Today, we are talking about a growing crisis happening across parts of Texas as some farmers say they are struggling to keep their farms running after severe labor shortages left crops sitting in fields and daily operations falling behind.
Well, all of us farmers have officially we have officially found the out now, guys. I am on the verge of bankruptcy. I'm on the verge of tears. Overnight, all of my help fled. My help, out of fear for their safety, their lives, they fled. And now I am left out here standing in my unharvested carrot field.
According to reports and viral social media discussions, some farmers owners are now urgently searching for new workers after long-time laborers stopped showing up. And now online debates are exploding over immigrations, wages, labor conditions, and who is actually willing to do difficult agricultural work in America today.
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped onto Twitter's. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes, these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, they're saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs. And you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. That's what you thought. It's still going right now. And I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
Some people are even asking whether America ignored warnings about farm labor shortage for too long. Let's talk about it.
Oh no, this is so sad. There are a bunch of white Texas farmers who are losing their farms right now. Because guess what? 100% of their workforce vanished. Wow. So all those people, who got eyes caught on them, they were working on the farms. So now that they're gone, they cannot sustain the farms. You know what's crazy about this video? Because I talked about this like 2 months ago when Trump brought over all these South Afrikaners, farm people, where we find out that they were not really even farmers. And I was talking about this and found out that a few of our dear white farmers here had started losing their farms because of promises that were made to them and was not kept by this administration. So now it's trickling down to some other farmers because now their workforce, they're gone. And I was seeing somewhere where somebody came over, and it was a Caucasian man. He came over from Twitter and he was like, y'all, a lot of these farmers, white farmers, they thought that black people were going to come and work for their farms. There's a lot going on in this country right now. Us heading into possibly World War II. But this is a conversation just to kind of talk about right now, that people are kind of seeing I guess what's the word? I can't even find the word, but the decisions that they made, they are coming back to hunt them. Let's just say that. So sorry to hear this, but yeah. So I do hope that some of these Native Americans that did lose their lands, that they do get back some of these farms that are being lost.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce, an exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement. The ripple effects of these raids are the gift that keeps on giving and will be felt nationwide. Unpicked crops are now left unharvested. Livestock were left untended, and rural economies are on edge. The story isn't just a tale of woe for Texas farms, it's a warning for American agribusiness, food prices, and communities that keep food on our plates. I need you to share this with every Republican you know. And you don't even need to wait for their response. They just need to know what's happening. And this is part of my line of work. I deal with commercial farmers, including these small farmers, as clients. And I cannot tell you how this is the beginning of the complete collapse of our economy under this Project 2025 administration that doesn't know what they're doing. You talk about the immediate shuttering of farms, because this is actually what's happening with the food, with the harvests that are lying there completely rotting. That is a loss of food to local food distributors, local grocery stores, local restaurants, hospitals. They sell their harvests, all sorts of vegetables, to businesses within the state of Texas. This is where you can go into your local grocery store and now you're going to see hardly any vegetables or fruit, depending on what they're growing, or a shortage of meat. This is what's going to happen. Now, all of the other industries that support farming, you've got local pesticide, herbicide, fertilizer suppliers that are just, their sales are going to plummet. These farmers aren't going to be purchasing that. You've got H-2A workers who are now gone, migrant workers who are now gone. They were paying taxes. Even if they didn't have social security numbers, they were given tax numbers, tax ID numbers. So now you got millions of dollars just poof, gone overnight from these Texas communities. You've got trucking companies that are hired to haul under Republican leadership. Share this video.
You want to get rid of illegal immigrants, quit eating. And that's for everybody. That's, nationwide. If you want to get rid of them, quit eating. That'll solve the problem.
But when only 5 pickers showed up this morning to harvest his sweet potatoes, farmer Keith Smith saw possible ruin, the loss of his $500,000 crop.
They're running scared because of this new law.
And you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble, bad trouble.
Smith's 200 acres need 20 pickers, mostly Mexican nationals.
There is not enough documented people here to supply that workforce.
Most of your workers are here illegally.
That's sure. If they got documentation, they got a better job working for me.
Fernando Aldeman, a Mexican national, has worked Smith's farm since 1992. Everybody's just scared.
Yeah.
Now, are you here legally? No.
No.
So, are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared,
Smith's pickers make about $100 a day. He supports immigration laws, just not this one that threatens his third-generation family.
So I just saw this video of this white man who's not MAGA, by the way, or at least he says he's not, but because he damn sure selling the look. But he says he has a fake account over on Twitter. And he joined this group of white farmers, and he's pretending to be MAGA just to see what they're talking about. So apparently they had this group chat or group call where the white MAGA farmers were upset and saying the only reason why they voted for shitty britches was because they thought the blacks didn't have jobs and the blacks would come back and work their fields. They thought they were going to get slavery back by voting for shitty britches. But they had been saying loud and proud with their chest that immigrants were taking their jobs. Yet, there are a couple of farms here in Texas that overnight lost 100% of their workforce. But immigrants was taking their jobs, right? Racism is expensive, huh?
I'm seeing all these videos right now where all these farmers are crying about not getting no help right now. You know what? Let me ask you something. When have you ever heard of a black farmer crying about it? Never. And you want to know why? Because they ain't never got no help in the first place. That's right. USDA's literally admitted to discriminating against black farmers. And literally black farmers had to sue, thousands of them, to get what white farmers are handed for free. And fast forward to today, all these farmers crying that they can't get no help. You see, black farmers, they've been struggling. Y'all just now feeling what they've been feeling for over 100 years. Black farmers, they used to own over 19 million acres of land. But guess what? Systematic racism, denied loans, shady politicians, and legal loopholes wiped them all out. Yeah. And now they're 1% of America's farmland. When the government finally tried to pass relief for the black folk back in 2021, white farmers sued to block it, claimed it was reverse discrimination. Make that make sense. So, you know, next time you see folks complaining about farm aid, why don't you ask them, where's the help for the black farmers? Ask them why their struggle is just now important when others have been suffering for centuries.
All right, MAGA, get out there. Where are you at? You got your jobs back. You got your jobs that were taken from you. Get out there. Get out there and start working. Get to work. America first. Get out there. 100% haven't shown up to work due to immigration raids. Texas farmer says. America's migrant workers are terrified to work, but unable to stay home. So get out there, MAGA. You got these jobs back. You took them back. You voted. You got your guy in there to get rid of all of those migrant workers. So get out there. Get out there and start working. But for real, I want to shout out to the undocumented migrant workers as they were deemed essential in 2020. They stepped up when this nation needed them most. They have my utmost respect. They should see a pathway to citizenship. Period. Period. They were deemed essential workers, risking their lives in one of the most hazardous jobs in the entire U.S. labor market. They have my full respect. Thank you for your service and your contribution to this country.
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped onto Twitters, and I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy, and I saw a live, and I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes in these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, they're saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. Like, that's what you thought. It's still going right now, and I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
Didn't I tell y'all that's what they thought? They thought black people were going to go get them jobs in the field. Since the migrants are gone, we ain't got no jobs, so we gonna go back in the field and pick. That's what they thought. Oops. We worked for free in this country for 290 years. We ain't picking nothing for y'all. Y'all better get y'all white folks out there and go pick them fruits and them vegetables and take care of them cattle and the chickens. We not going out there. But I made a video. I can't find the shit, damn it. But I made a video when this all started, and I said they think black people are going to go back and work in the fields. That's why Donald Trump said they are taking black jobs. They think that's what we're supposed to go do. And they're finding out real quick Black people ain't coming. Y'all can hold your breath on that one. We ain't picking shit for y'all. We will grow our own vegetables and take care of our own selves. We not going to them fields. Y'all better figure out what y'all want to do about this immigration policy and these mass deportations, or white folks, get your ass out there and go pick your own goddamn food. But we ain't coming.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculously high or you just won't have any food to buy.
Well, all of us farmers have officially fucked around and we have officially found the fuck out now, guys. I am on the verge of bankruptcy. I'm on the verge of fucking tears. Overnight, all of my fucking help fled. My help, out of fear for their safety, their lives, they fucking fled. And now I am left out here standing in my unharvested carrot field. It is January and I'm in Kansas, and this is when carrot harvest goes in fucking Kansas. This field should be full of workers, but all my fucking workers left. And who the fuck do you think is to blame for that? Every single one of them left. Now I have to by myself try to fill that truck with a load of fucking carrots in one day, and I can't do that, guys. I have to get these fucking carrots to market by next week or my contract is fucking terminated. This is $936,000 worth of carrots right here, and I can't fucking pick them by myself. If they are unharvested, I will get kicked out of that contract and I will get sued by the fucking Planters Loves Carrots company for that fucking money. But I have nobody that'll come fucking pick my carrots. Fuck, we are so fucking cooked, farmers.
Well, thanks to the big orange gremlin looking motherfucker, multiple farms in Texas just shut down overnight. Why? Because ICE raids made nearly 100% of the workforce completely vanish. People ran, got detained, or flat out got scared to death and never came back. Dairy farms are in panic mode right now. Cows gotta be milked every 8 hours. And guess what? Nobody's showing up to milk these fuckers, folks. This isn't some Texas problem either. This is happening across the entire nation. ICE isn't just out here enforcing some bullshit laws. They are actively crippling our food systems with fear and chaos. You want to talk about consequences? This ain't just about politics anymore, y'all. It's about what's on your table, what's in your fridge, or what's about to be missing from your fucking store. These Nimrods aren't saving America. They're starving it.
This is breaking news. Texas farmers are sounding the alarm on this tariff war. And in more breaking news, nobody cares. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me or maybe it's some of you too, but as far as farmers sounding the alarm, I don't care. I have to admit, I don't care at all, because the last time Donald Trump was president, 100,000 farmers across the country lost their farms. Yeah. So overwhelmingly, farmers voted for this man again. knowing full well of his history the last time he was president. So, from me to you, farmers, I don't care. I don't care how bad things get for you. I don't care if you lose your farm. I don't care if you... I don't care. At least I don't care to hear about it. I really don't. Because this is exactly what you voted for. And you're going to get what you voted for. You're going to get 4 more years of Donald Trump not giving a damn about farmers whatsoever. So, enjoy.
Across America, many farmers depend heavily on physically demanding labor to plant, harvest, and maintain crops. The work is difficult, the hours are long, and profit margins are often extremely tight. But recently, many farmers have reported growing labor shortage that are making it harder to operate normally. In parts of Texas, some producers say they have struggled to find enough workers willing to stay through entire growing seasons. As a result, crops have reportedly been delayed, operation costs have increased, and financial pressure has intensified.
Have you seen this video of a farm worker in California talking about all the immigration raids that are happening in Kern County and how this is scaring farm workers into going to work? Listen.
¿Qué tal, mi gente? Saludos. Y pues como era de esperarse, mucha gente hoy no se presentó a trabajar en muchas cuadrillas. Llegamos muy poquita gente que venimos y arriesgándonos y con miedo. Muchos se quedaron, optaron por quedarse en su casa y es algo triste y lamentable lo que está pasando. La verdad, sí, mucha gente, pues todos andamos asustados. Es algo bien injusto. Nosotros estamos de acuerdo que haya deportaciones, pero para la gente que en realidad se porte mal, que haga muchas cosas malas en este país. Nosotros, la mayoría de los campesinos, venimos a trabajar para sacar a nuestras familias adelante. No le hacemos daño a nadie. O sea, la verdad que no. Toda la gente que está en contra de nosotros, que para que nos saquen, que hagan deportaciones, nomás recuerden que con estas manos, la fruta que ustedes se comen, que está en su mesa, ya sea uva, naranja, limón, fresa, esa es piscada. Esa fruta que se están comiendo es piscada por gente inmigrante. Y casi la mayoría por pura gente latina.
This is absolutely terrible that people who are just trying to work and provide for their families are being attacked and racially profiled this way. And this goes beyond farm workers. There are stories of people afraid of taking their kids to school or going to church because they don't know if they're going to be picked up in these places. And look, I just want to say this one thing. He said that he's for deportations for people who are misbehaving. However, this is where the problem lies, that a lot of people in our communities think that we're the good immigrants and that there are bad immigrants. But what you need to understand is, in the mind of white supremacists, we are all the same. We are all criminals. That's why they're trying to pass laws that they could deport you for something as small as being accused of stealing a candy bar. They even want to take away the birthright citizenship that children of immigrants have, because they also believe that those children are criminals by being born to people who were in the US without authorization. And this is going to affect everybody in the Latino community because they are racially profiling us. And I know this is a very scary situation right now, and we all need to join together. I understand how much you don't want to be associated with criminals or try to differentiate between I'm the good one and they're the bad one. But again, in their eyes, we're all the same. So in our communities, we shouldn't be talking about deportations. We should be talking about due process. We should be talking about more programs that allow people to get a pathway to a status. And going beyond that, we need to start talking about how the way the US government and Western governments interfere too much in our countries and cause the situations that make people have to come to the US. So I'm sorry to everyone in California who is living in this kind of fear right now, but just know that things are going to get worse because once again, they believe we're all criminals and they're coming for Latinos. They're going to come racially profiled.
For smaller farms already struggling with fuel prices, equipment cost, fertilizer expenses, and inflation, labor shortages can become devastating very quickly. And now many farmers say they feel trapped. One story about labor shortages started spreading online. Political debates immediately followed. Years of anti-immigration rhetoric ignored how dependent American agriculture has become on migrant labor. Others argue that farmers should improve wages and working conditions if they want more domestic workers. Meanwhile, some online commentators mocked farmers who supported strict immigration policies while also relying heavily on immigrant workers to keep farms operating. Because for many Americans, this debate touches larger questions about the economy, immigration, labor, and who actually keeps critical industries running behind the scenes.
Do you see this video that's circulating of a farmer crying because his place got raided and now he doesn't have enough workers? Well, it turns out that this is all from a satire account.
Well, all of us farmers have officially fucked around and we have officially found the fuck out now, guys. I am on the verge of bankruptcy. I'm on the verge of fucking tears. Overnight, all of my fucking help fled. My help, out of fear for their safety, their lives, they fucking fled. And now I am left out here standing in my unharvested carrot field. It is January and I'm in Kansas and this is when carrot harvest goes in fucking Kansas. This field should be full of workers, but all my fucking workers left. And who the fuck do you think is to blame for that? Every single one of them left. Now I have to by myself try to fill that truck with a load of fucking carrots in one day, and I can't do that, guys. I have to get these fucking carrots to market by next week or my contract is fucking terminated. This is $936,000 worth of carrots right here, and I can't fucking pick them by myself. If they're unharvested, I will get kicked out of that contract and I will get sued by the fucking Planters Loves Carrots company. Fuck, we are so fucking cooked.
Almost sounded convincing, huh? That video was posted by a Mr. Farmer Fran, which is some kind of satire farmer life where he makes up scenarios and stories. Even he said it in the comments that this is a fake video, which is why it's very upsetting that he made another follow-up video where he seems like he's crying, talking about 13 workers being hurt, that there was 60 to 70 jackrabbits jumping all over the workers, almost crying in this video. I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a stand-up comedian. I know a thing or two about jokes and satire. And this is beyond that. This is using people's real trauma, what's really happening to immigrants, to make a few dollars. I wasn't aware that accounts like this existed, but you need to be on the lookout for them. One, to make sure that they don't spread mis and disinformation at a time when there's already a lot of confusion out there on what the Trump administration is actually doing. And two, so you don't help these people get rich off people's actual pain and suffering. So share this so people know that if they see this guy's face, just to keep swiping. All he's doing is using the real pain that people are going through to try and make a few bucks.
As labor shortages worsened, many farms reportedly began expanding recruitment efforts in hopes of finding replacement workers. Some turned to Black Americans, others increased wages. Others reduced operation entirely because they simply could not find enough people willing to do the work consistently. And this is where many social media debates come heated. Some online voices argued that unemployment Americans should step into these jobs immediately. But others pushed back, saying farm labor is far more difficult than many people realize. Long hours under extreme heat, physical exhaustion, seasonal instability, and often limited financial security. As a result, many farms continue struggling to maintain a stable workforce regardless of politics.
You want to get rid of illegal immigrants, quit eating. And that's for everybody. That's, nationwide. If you want to get rid of them, quit eating. That'll solve the problem.
But when only 5 pickers showed up this morning to harvest his sweet potatoes, farmer Keith Smith saw possible ruin, the loss of his $500,000 crop.
They're running scared because of this new law.
And you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble, bad trouble.
Smith's 200 acres need 20 pickers, mostly Mexican nationals.
There is not enough documented people here to supply that workforce.
Most of your workers are here illegally.
That's sure. If they got documentation, they got a better job working for me.
Fernando Aldeman, a Mexican national, has worked Smith's farm since 1992.
Everybody's just scared.
Yeah.
Now, are you here legally? No.
No.
So, are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared,
Smith's pickers make about $100 a day. He supports immigration laws, just not this one that threatens his third generation.
The reason this issue is becoming so serious is because farming operates on tight timelines. If crops are not harvested on time, entire season of income can disappear. Every delay costs money. Every labor shortage creates more financial pressure. And with rising diesel prices, fertilizer cost, machinery repairs, insurance, and debt, many farmers are saying they are already operating near the edge financially. That's why some are now publicly warning that if labor shortages continue, food prices could rise while small farms disappear altogether. For many rural communities, this is no longer just a political debate, it is an economic survival issue. Social media reaction to these stories have been intense. Some users sympathized with struggling farmers and argued that agriculture is one of the hardest industries in America. Others accused political leaders of failing to create realistic labor and immigration policies. And many commentators argue that both political parties ignored these problems for a year until farmers started reaching crisis levels. At the same time, many viewers also warned against turning the situation into racial blame or division. Because labor shortages, inflation, and rising production costs are affecting workers and businesses from every background. This controversy raises a major question. Who will do the labor that keeps America's food system functioning? That question has become increasingly urgent as fewer young Americans enter agricultural work while operating costs continue rising across the country.
Just read this morning that Texas farmers are closing down because they can't find laborers to work their fields. Are you telling me white people won't work in the fields? Hey, all of you who thought they were taking your jobs, accepting applications.
Some experts argue that immigration reform, higher wages, technological innovation, and better labor protection will all need to be part of the solution. Others believe America must completely rethink how agriculture labor works in the modern economy. But one thing is becoming difficult to ignore. The current system is under serious strain, and many farmers believe the pressure is only getting worse. What do you think? Should America change how farm labor works? Do you think labor shortages are mainly caused by immigration policies, wages, or broader economic changes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Texas is continuing the F around and find out stage. Guess what just hit 0 before Donald Trump's approval rating? Right there. Farm labor attendance, 0. Entire fields, whole crews are ghosting fields, leaving fruits and vegetables to rot because the Donald Trump administration is too busy playing cat and mouse with people who just want to feed America. To the MAGA people who are saying that immigrants are taking your job, this right here is your opportunity. Pick yourselves up by the bootstraps, get those buckets, and pick those strawberries. No more hiding behind those welfare checks that are padded behind blue state dollars. You wanted the raids, you got them. Now get in those fields and pick those fruits and vegetables before you watch the produce aisle turn to a luxury boutique section. Chop, chop, MAGA. And that's it.
You can't just say, hey, I'm going to get rid of these people and then look at the farmers that are left without workers.
So first, immigrants are taking your jobs. Now they're not there to work for you. Pick a fucking struggle because you can't have both.